It's gonna be different. Not a lot of people have talked about it because it's kind of dangerous and will possibly kill you. What is going on, my YouTube people? Your boy is coming back to you with another steroid SARM educational video. Now I just want to put a disclaimer out there that just because I've done this or this is my opinion doesn't mean it has to be right. These gurus trying to sell you these plans that say, oh, my steroid book has everything you need to know. Guys, every single person's body is different. You have ectomorphs, you have the fat asses, you have the power lifts, you have the CrossFits. Every single person is different. Your style of dieting, your style of training. So you just need to take as much information as possible and fine tune to fit your body. Now, today we are going to be getting into my 5 top SARMs and I guess beta 2 agonists that I like for cutting. Now, I have rarely taken these by themselves. You can take all of them. You can take none of them. You really just have to figure out what's going to work best for you. And remember, you always want somewhere to go. You would never want to add in all 5 of these things 20 weeks out, because when you hit a plateau, you're just gonna stop. You're not gonna go anywhere, and then you won't be lean. So let's get in this. We're gonna start at 5. We're gonna work all the way down to my first one, and these are a little bit different, guys, because these are not just SARMs. I kind of added in one. It's gonna be different. Not a lot of people have talked about it because it's kind of dangerous and will possibly kill you. Make sure you go check out www.themarkplummer.com. We have everything you need for research purposes as long as you're over the age of 18 and consent to using it for only research purposes. Now let's get into this. Number 5, Sank. Whatever Sank is in Espanol. Not enough Dora the Explorer, I guess. Cinco! SR9009. Amazing fat burner. I've loved it. Technically not a SARM, but it is very, very powerful with a fat burner. SR9009 will basically increase your base metabolic rate so that you're going to burn more calories throughout the day. If I were to just chill here every single day, I would burn a certain amount of calories. By taking SR9009, I'm gonna burn even more calories by doing the exact same thing. With that said, the bioavailability of SR is very low. The pill form, I've only taken the pill form. I heard the liquid form has a better bioavailability. I've heard the injectable version has an even better bioavailability. But either way, whatever you're taking, you need to take it several times because the half-life is only 3 to 4 hours. So if you are not taking like 5 milligrams every 4 hours, it is not going to be effective and you won't even come close to the results you're trying to get. So that's why I like SR as kind of like an addition to the last 2 to 3 weeks of my cut, because I'm just trying to push it to the absolute leanest I can, and during those last 2-3 weeks I'm the most dedicated and I'm on a good routine and I will be able to take it that many times. That is why it comes in on number 5, because it is not the best. Number 4. We actually put Rad 140 in here. If you say, Mark, Rad 140 doesn't burn fat. I know that, guys. But you have to remember that burning fat and maintaining muscle is just as important. The more muscle you have, the more fat you're going to burn. The higher your testosterone is, the higher your base metabolic rate is going to be. The better you're going to absorb nutrients. When you spike insulin, you're going to have more nutrients be flowing into those muscles. It's going to increase protein synthesis. Your body is going to be running like an oiled machine, and you're with the extra added recovery, you are going to be able to train harder, train longer, train heavier, and just burn more calories throughout your workout. So I feel that this is a very key point, that if you are not using a testosterone base to add in to make sure that you are not losing any muscle tissue during that cut. Also, RAD is only a partial agonist to estrogen and androgenic side effects, which basically means you may possibly get some side effects from RAD 140, but if you are only taking 5 to 10 milligrams, the chances are very, very slim for the amount of muscle retention that you are going to gain just from a tiny little pill. But with RAD 140, you do need to take a PCT. With the rest of these things, you do not need a post-cycle therapy, but the minute you start playing with your testosterone levels, whether it's Ostrine, whether it's RAD, whether it's LGD, you do need to take something like Novadex after. Every PCT is going to be different for every single person, depending on how long you took it, the dose you took it, and that is why these books are just bogus bullshit, and they're gonna hurt people more than they are going to help people. If you don't know, hire a coach, get a phone consult, message 300 people on Instagram. Just please don't follow a cookie cutter book when you are doing something not cookie cutter. Coming in at number 3, dos, cuatro, is GW. Guys, GW is the shit. I love GW. I've taken GW almost every single cut. I'm actually about to start it again because we're like 45 days out from like an event that I'm going to, and I just think you're burning more calories, you're increasing your base metabolic rate, and the added endurance that GW gives you is absolutely insane. Within 2 days of taking this, you're going to be faster, you're going to be able to go longer, you're going to be able to go harder. It's kind of different in RAD. Like, RAD is going to actually increase your strength, where GW is going to increase your endurance. So 2 completely different things, but 2 amazing things to absolutely get fucking shredded, boys. GW only side effect is basically it could possibly cause cancerous cells. You could get cancerous cells from the sun. You could get cancerous cells from the tanning bed. You could get cancerous cells from the McDonald's that you eat every single night in your off season. I'm going to take my chances. This is probably one of my favorite cutting drugs, but not the favorite. That is why it is at number 3. Number 2, not talked about that much at all, is T3 and T4. Now, you may be wondering, what is T3? T3 is Cytomel, and I am a fucking addict to this shit. Not literally. I don't think I can joke about that given my past. So T3, basically in a long, shortened answer, is your thyroid. Now, your thyroid is responsible for all the weight loss that you are going to have in your life. Not literally, but your thyroid is probably the biggest importance. And you hear a lot of people that have thyroid issues that are just morbidly obese because your thyroid is basically what is you're telling your body to burn fats and carbs for energy. Now, it's the only cell that can absorb iodine, and basically it has iodine and then the amino acid called tyrosine, and that is what makes T3 and T4. Then the T3 and the T4 is released into the body. Then T3 and T4 binds to the receptor, and it stimulates the receptor, telling it to produce energy. And if you guys know basic science, the only way that you can produce energy other than by crack cocaine is by stimulating and burning fats and carbs. Therefore, the more T3 you have in your body, the more fats and carbs you're going to burn, which is probably why I like it the best. With T3, I've noticed that you burn almost no muscle mass, and it is purely fats and carbs that you're burning for this energy source. It has a drastic increase in your metabolism. Now you think GW is like up there for like getting your metabolism up and burning more calories. I would say that T3 is at least 10 to 15% higher in the amount of calories and the metabolic rate that you're gonna have from taking it. But with that said, the side effects are like 5 times as much, and this shit could like kill you. Not literally, but when you take T3 and you do not have a thyroid condition, you're basically putting your thyroid in jeopardy that it will never go back to the same, especially for as long as you take it. Now, I don't abuse the T3 medications. Usually I only take 25 micrograms. Some people have gone up to 50 micrograms to 100 micrograms. 100 would be like the top end. You're putting your thyroid in a very hard place, because then it needs to basically produce the same amount of T3 and T4 that it was when you were like natural. Not to mention, you could get heart palpitations, nausea, vomiting, ridiculous pounding heartbeats, heart arrhythmias, lots of different things. I know lots of bodybuilders that won't even come close to T3s. I've personally used T3s on every single cut for several reasons. One, it gives you a natural boost of energy, which I really, really like. And two, it actually monitors the side effects of tren. So like it will reduce night sweats on tren. It will reduce kind of like that on edgeness. And it just kind of gives you more of a balanced toxicity. As Jordan Belfort would say, you just mix a ton of different drugs together that all have highs and lows, and you come out pretty good sometimes.
Imagine.
Now, number 1, cutting drug. Nothing's gonna touch this ever. It's just the goat of the goat is clenbuterol. Now, clenbuterol, again used for research purposes, is the highest fat burning percentage study done on fat burners, period. Did that make sense? You could lose up to 3 to 9%. In the studies that were done on it, mind you, these were with rats, it stopped muscle atrophy and also helped recover muscle cells. Not only does it help recover muscle cells and put on a little bit of muscle, it was used for horse asthma to basically help the bronchi. And with that, you're going to allow more oxygen into your body. You're going to speed up your base metabolic rate. You're going to speed up your heart rate. You're going to sweat twice as much. I mean, when you take all the aspects of clen and put them together, it is like the end-all, be-all to getting shredded. The only issue with that, guys, is like the harder your left ventricle of your heart has to work, the more chances later in life you will be prone to a heart attack. There's several different side effects that can happen from clen, which I'm not going to get into because I've already done a very in-depth clen video. But build muscle, speed up your heart rate, have more oxygen into your body, reduce muscle atrophy, increase actual muscle recovery only on 40 to 100 micrograms a day. With that said, I've heard of a lot of different people saying, oh, you need to like cycle up clen, cycle down clen. You'll have a buildup of histamine. Personally, I do 40 micrograms every single day for about 6 weeks. When I was prepping for CBBF Nationals, I did 40 micrograms for 4 weeks, and then I did 80 for 4 weeks, and then I was done. I never do clen for anything longer than 6 weeks. Again, clen, you don't need a PCT. You have no like crazy side effects other than like being super shaky. If you are prone to anxiety, you could probably be like a little more anxious because you're just gonna be like seeing fucking sounds. But other than that, for getting lean in the fastest amount of time, nothing will touch clen. And in my personal opinion, if you were doing like Rad 140 at like 10 milligrams, and then you did GW at 10 milligrams, and then the last 4 weeks you added in clen, you could get absolutely fucking diced for summer, my guy. So yeah, that's kind of like my top 5 SARMS beta 2 agonists that will get you absolutely fucking diced for summer, brah. That's really it. I'm not even going to do a vlog today. I just wanted to make this short and sweet. Summer's just around the corner. I know you guys are going to kill it. I know you guys are going to spread that positivity. You're going to give out those compliments. You're going to look good. You're going to go up to that girl that you've been absolutely scared to go up to, and you're going to do it with the utmost confidence, because I know every single one of you is putting in that work, and you're going to look absolutely phenomenal this year. So thank you guys so much for watching another video. I do have a video on every single individual thing I've already talked about, so I will make sure that those are linked in the descriptions if you want to learn like even more about that specific SARM. Don't forget to pick it up on www.themarkplummer.com. Use my code MARK for Gorilla Mind. If you guys are still watching this video, you're my true OG. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking this video, and I'll see you very soon.